begin using the tool, first choose a directory by pressing Directory button. This will bring up a file dialog where you can search your file system for the directory containing the SVG files you wish to recolor. Keep in mind that you can save your icon directories to the favorites list by pressing the Add to Favorites button. This list will be saved every time the program is closed. Once you've found the directory, confirm your selection, and the program will scan for all SVG files that are contained there, which populates the tree view on the left side of the tool. Also notice that all the colors present in the parsed SVG files are listed in the current colors list on the right side of the tool. You can make the current directory the default when the program starts by pressing the Set Current Directory as Default option in the menu bar. You can begin previewing icons listed in the tree view by right-clicking on an icon name that will show up in the icon previews on the right side of the window. On the top is the original icon preview, and on the bottom is the recolored icon preview. To begin recoloring an icon, expand the color list by left-clicking on the icon name in the tree view. This will show all the colors and opacities present for that icon. Clicking the color button icon to the right of any color will bring up a color picker where you can choose a new color, which will update the preview automatically. Once you're happy with your changes, press the Add to Queue button to add your color to the Color Changes queue. You can revert the change at any time by clearing all, clearing selected, or going directly to the changed color and clicking the Remove from Queue button. As of now, to return a color back to its original setting, right-click the color button to bring up the color picker with the new color set automatically, or left-click the color bucket icon to bring up the original color automatically, and hit Accept. This tool wouldn't be what it is without the option to mass recolor all icons in a set. And to do that, we choose the color bucket icon for the color group, select a color, and Add to Queue. This will populate all colors in this group for each icon, which you can verify by opening each icon and seeing that the color has been set. You can also remove these colors from the queue individually by clicking the Remove from Queue icon or selecting in the queue, clearing all, or clearing selected. At any point before you've committed changes, to refresh the color group, simply go to the color group list and reselect the color group. This will refresh the tree and reset all colors back to their original state. Similarly, when you want to change the color group, go to the color group list and choose a new color. It will populate the list of icons which all share that same color. And again, you can choose any color to add to queue. Once you're ready, commit your changes. Either commit all or select the changes that you'd like to commit and commit those selected changes. You'll be asked to confirm with this dialog, which you can cancel or accept, in which case those changes will be made. And you can turn off the confirm dialog by changing the confirm on commit toggle, in which case you'll see that when I commit these selected, they're automatically committed. This setting will be remembered on save and load. As you can see, this new color has now been added to the color palette, as well as the color group list. And if we select this group, we can see that those icons now have those colors changed everywhere in the icon. And we can revert this change by going back to the color group, selecting the color picker, going back to the color that was originally used from the palette, accepting, adding them to the queue, and committing all. And when we go back, the original color group, which is automatically selected, we can see those colors are back to their original setting. It is possible to erase colors accidentally from the colors listed in the icons present in the directory. In order to preserve all the colors, you can add them all to the custom color list or add the selected colors, in which case they will remain there even if they're removed from the current color list. You can then export the colors to a color palette or import the colors from a color palette. On save and load, the most recent color palette used will be remembered and automatically imported when the program starts. You can also remove selected colors from the color palette or clear the custom color palette at any time. Colors added to the color picker list will show up in the color picker swatch. New colors added to the swatch will also show up in the list, and likewise, if we accept a new color, it will show up in the list as well as in the swatch. Similarly, removing colors from the list, remove them from the swatch. By right-clicking a color in either the custom palette or the current palette, it automatically copies that color to the clipboard. When you have an icon in preview, depending on the complexity of the underlying SVG, we can scale the preview up or down in order to help us see what the icon will look like at different levels of clarity. You can always reset the scale back to 0 by left-clicking the scale text. Some icons also have an opacity associated with a color. These icons can change their opacity by selecting the new opacity dialog and adjusting the slider or changing the value directly. And we can reset back to the original by clicking the original opacity value on the left. Once we've made a change to the slider, we can add it to our queue, and we'll see the change indicated here in the text. Some opacities are listed in association to color groups in the SVG and aren't associated with the color directly. We can still edit these and see them change, updated in the preview, and add them to queue, in which case the colors won't be shown in the queue. At any point, rather than searching the list on the left for icons that you've already queued changes, simply right-click the icon and it will jump to that location immediately. The last major feature is that if we've made a change to our icon that we like in preview, that we wish to save to a new file, we can go to the menu, Save Preview, add a suffix, such as copy, choose a directory, either selecting the current folder or something from our favorites or elsewhere, choosing whether to save an SVG or PNG, and then selecting Save.